Okay, I'm going to try this. My sound hasn't been coming through very good, so I'll try to talk loud. But I've been drinking a lot tonight. Drinking a lot. See this? Pure rum. And it's nasty. Anyway, that's what I've been doing all night. So, I was in Discord and a thought occurred to me. Um, and I'm going to go through this without sharing my screen because it's just, I'm not in the place to do something complicated. Okay, let me call up calculator. So I sold 952 books. 952 books, that adds $952 to the prize pool. Plus, plus the 5,000. Because I started out with 5,000. Back then, that was a lot of money, and before Forrest Spend and $1,000,000 hunts, that was about the going rate. Plus the gold coin, which is like up to $3,000. So that's $8,952. What am I missing? Now the $5,000 I put in a certificate of deposit, which only developed like $24 interest. So I'll add that in. So that comes to $8,976, almost $9,000. So I thought, what clue could I give out? What clue could I give out that's not going to like solve the hunt overnight and that's good enough to make a splash? So I thought, well, I got to hit a milestone. So let's say this $976, which is roughly what the sales have bounced up to. Let's say we can get this over $10,000. If we can get this over $10,000, I will drop a major clue. I don't know what that clue would be just yet because, like I said, I don't want to drop a clue that solves it overnight. I don't want to drop a clue that makes it a foot race. I don't want to drop a clue that, you know, makes it very easy to solve, but I will drop a clue. So that's it. That's my short. Um, I still got the bad taste of rum in my mouth. But yeah, that's what happens at night in Discord. So while I got you here, let's go over the poem. The poem for Justy Posens. Just Justy Posens. Justin Posey. Let me see. Justin Posey Treasure. Let me find the. Now I'm a poem purist because when I was doing Forrest Fenn's hunt, I was a poem purist. I didn't own a book. I didn't invest in the book until later. Um, but yeah, I'm looking at Justy Posen's Just Posey's uh, map here. Not map, the poem. Can you find what lives in time? Now, I believe this is referring to um time the cadence of the rhymes, because it says flowing through each measured rhyme. Can you find what lives in time flowing through each measured rhyme? And that is like, well, there's something in the rhymes. There's something in the cadence of the rhymes. Wisdom waits in shadowed sight for those who read the words just right. Again, something in the rhymes. Something in the rhymes that you got to read just right, that you got to make a cadence for. As hope surges clear and bright, and he said that was the first clue. Walk near water's silent flight. Water's silent flight. I mean, I'm thinking fog, I'm thinking clouds, I'm thinking a veil of water. But that's noisy. Because one of the things I looked for was bridal veils. There's lots of waterfalls that are considered bridal veils, which seem to fit the poem. But the water's silent flight, it could be a glacier, something that water moves and it doesn't make any sound. Around the bend, past the hole, I wait for you to cast your pole. We now know that there's a giant fish somewhere in the woods. So if you ever see a giant fish in the woods, that's where you need to go. In Ursa East, his realm awaits. Ursa, of course, means bear. The bear east. The Ursa is known for finding the North Pole, the polar star, Polaris. So Ursa East would be east of Polaris. His bride stands guard at ancient gates. Her feet of 3 at 20 degree return her face to find the place. This just makes me think of a statue. There's a statue somewhere where you need to face the direction of the statue. And some of this I got from AI. So AI was something he said not to do, which made me think, oh, we should do that. So anyway, it made me think of a statue facing away, foot of 3, and you think of what is a foot. A foot is a foot. A foot could be the foot of a mountain. Foot of 3 mountains, and so on. Double arcs on granite bold. That could mean just about anything. Where secrets of the past still hold. So very old granite arches. It might be arches going into a trailhead, going into a scenic drive. Beyond the reach of time's swift race, one wonder guards a sacred space. So yeah, some place is very old, beyond the time swift race. Wonder guards a sacred place. I gotta scroll down. Truth rests not in clever minds, not in tangled, twisted finds. Like a river's steady flow, what you seek you already know. And this brings to mind that what he said was this is a recovery effort, not a seeking effort. So like with Forest Fens, you were seeking the treasure, you were following the clues to the treasure. But with this one, going through the poem, you should already know where the treasure is because it's a recovery effort. It's a retrieval. I think his exact words were, it's a retrieval. You have time to figure out how you're going to retrieve it. Which makes me think like, God, I still think there's a GPS solve or something where you go in and you get the GPS solve and it's just a matter of time before you get there. So you have time to figure out, okay. Now for me, I have this really good backpack, and it can hold like 100 pounds. So I would just go in and fill my backpack with this giant fish, because I believe this, the cipher in the book referred to rainbow trout filled to the gills. So yes, I'm thinking not necessarily a giant rainbow trout, but perhaps a tackle box. Now my dad had a tackle box, and on it was painted a rainbow trout. So I'm always thinking of this tackle box. Um, I lost it many years ago. But yeah, I can still remember because it was a tackle box, but my brother, who was an artist, painted the rainbow trout on it. And I think that's just an incredible coincidence. So I'm thinking like a tackle box with a rainbow trout on it, not necessarily a giant rainbow trout. Anyway, that's where I am tonight. $10,000. Let's raise $10,000. Oh, that rum is steep. So anyway, this is my thoughts going through Discord. Anything else going through my mind? Rainbow trouts. Um, I've been talking with an AI bot about brides and brides that stand guard and brides that oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Her foot of 3 at 20 degree. Foot of 3, that's just such a, there's such weird wording in here, which makes me think there's like a cipher in this poem that leads to maybe a GPS location or something that you'll know before you even head out. You'll be looking at these and going, oh, that's where it is. That's where I keep saying Justin Posey. I said it right that time, not Justy Posey. But yeah, that's where it is. So let's find it. I think and I was looking at foot of 3. I was looking at like where 3 rivers join, which is outside of Butte, Montana, I believe. There's 3 rivers that join. Foot of 3 at 20 degree. Um, foot of 3, and that phrase is just so silly to me. Foot of 3. It's just gotta mean 3 things that have the same foot. But who knows? Anyway, I need to sign off. I got a lot more rum to drink. I got like half a bottle to go through. And this has been fun. This has been real. Like I said, I've been in Discord all night, dropping hints like bombs. No, not really. But so I thought, well, hey, someone mentioned like, I said this isn't $1 million hunt, and they were saying like this is Beacon scam. Um, but yeah, if book sales take off, it could be $1 million hunt. So I thought, well, how about I make the next milestone $10,000? So we're just short of that. If we can sell like 100 books, we could reach that. Um, Let me see if my calculator's still up. No, it's not. Anyway, whatever I figured out at the beginning of this video to reach $10,000. I think it was 8,000 something. So 2,000 to go. So yeah, $10,000 is my next milestone. And then I'll release a major clue. Something that'll help you. Boy, what would that be? Yeah, that'll be a hard one. I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, that's my next milestone. Because I know I've never told people like what my milestones are, but this wasn't one of them. But now it is. So that's my next milestone. Anyway, look at, I just got a little bit left to go here. I don't know why I chose doing a straw. No, I'm not an alcoholic. This is the first time I've been drinking in weeks. But anyway, I'm going to hit the hay. Hopefully this video turns out, because I thought it turned out quite well. Although I will never remember posting this. So good night, everybody, and take care.